Alright, I've shuffled these cards again. Boom. Ace, 6, 4, 3, 2, 5, and 7. Yay, okay. The last type of sort that I'm going to cover is called insertion sort. And what this does is that it goes from left to right, and or on your screen, I don't know, but to my left to right, and it goes to the first element, and then it goes to the one next to it, and it sees if that element is greater than the one before it, and in this case, the ace is smaller than the 6, so they don't change. Then it moves on to the next element, and compares it with the one before it, and the 4 is less than the 6. So what it tells to the insertion sort algorithm is that, hey, this needs to go before 6, but we don't know exactly where it does. So we compare the 4 with the element before that, which is the ace. And the ace is smaller than the 4, so by that logic, the 4 has to go in between these two elements. So what we do is we just switch the 4 and the 6. Now, or I'm sorry, we don't switch them. We actually put them in between. There's a difference. And then we move on to the next element, the 3. And we compare the 3 with the one before it, which is the 6. And the 3 is smaller than the 6. So we know that the 3 has to go somewhere before the 6, but we don't know where. And then we compare it with the element before the 6, which is the 4. The 4 is still greater than the 3, so it narrows it down by saying, okay, it has to be before the 6, but also before the 4, which means there's less range for it to figure it out. And we compare the 3 with the next element, which is the ace. And we know the ace is the smallest element in our so-called array. So by that logic, the 3 has to go in between the ace and the 4. So we take it out and we just put it in between. Boom. 4 elements down, increasing order. So now we've got 3 more elements. And again, we focus on the next element in the next position, which is the 2. And we do the exact same steps that we just took. We compared with the 6 to a smaller, so we know it has to go before the 6. It's also smaller than the 4, so it has to go before the 4. Haha. It's smaller than the 3, so it has to go before the 3, but not smaller than the ace. So therefore, take it out, and we put it in between. And then we check the 5, compare it with all the elements. Well, actually, not all, because once we compare with the 4, we know the 5 is bigger than the 4, so we know that after we have compared it with the 6, it goes in between because 6 is greater than 5. Yay, math. Okay. And then we take the 7, and the 7 is the biggest element, and once it compares it with the 6, we already know that it's in the correct place. And yeah, that's insertion sort from ace to 7, now in increasing order. Just takes each element out, pops it in between the two elements where they're greater and smaller. That's it. Yay!